Okay, so in this video I just want to show you how the CCD on our flatbed UV works. Okay, so first things first, what you do is you just align your items onto the bed, and then you must also note that from 0 to 10 centimeters you mustn't place anything in this area. You only place things from 100 going downwards. From 0 to 10 along the y-axis you don't put anything. You only put from 100 mils going downwards. Okay, so after placing your items, what you do is you move the whole flatbed to the front ahead. You press it ahead, or you can use this button, or you can actually do it from the software. So you move it ahead until to its maximum position. Okay, now it's now ahead. So the next thing, now we go to our SmartVision software, which we're gonna open the one for scanning now. Okay, now the software is open. So when the software is open now, you must also make sure that the camera state must be connected. Otherwise, if there's no connection, you won't be able to do much. The software can open, but you won't have much options. So I'll show you the IP address which you need to set so that the camera can connect. So now when the software is open, now what you just do, you go to the top left, then you just click scan. Then if you click scan, automatically the flatbed start to go back, and our CCD cameras will be on. I'm not sure if you're able to see that there is some light underneath there, which is from the CCD cameras on. And scanning, what it does is automatically the image will just show up here. So now when the image is now here, if it doesn't, sometimes if it doesn't show up here, you go there, then you click open. Then in our PrintVision software, at the bottom, all saved pictures will be in this folder. So usually they are also in order, so you just click on the one the last one, then you open it. Now our image is now there. So the first thing is we want to crop our image. So now we want to only concentrate on a smaller space where we're gonna work on, so that our software won't crash. So that, because what happens is if you don't crop, sometimes the software crashes because the work area is now too big. So you just crop a small piece of area which you are working on. Okay, so now the area has been cropped. Now we go to the left, we open file. So what here, we want to open our PRN file, PRN or PRT file, the one which you have saved from your ripping software. So I have this PRT file open. There is my file. So at the moment, so for the file to be able to drag the file, you click on the file. If you click on it, you click on the if you check, at the moment there's nothing there, but the moment I just click on this white box, if I click on it there, then our file appears. So what I do is, now you can actually drag the item here. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna rotate the artwork so that it can fit where I want. Okay, so after aligning with my first item, so what I do is I draw a rectangle just around my small item. Yes, and after drawing a rectangle, now I merge the items so that can be one file. I click on, I go here, that's where I can merge. So meaning if I click now, it's now one item. So what I do is right click, then we generate template. So that's now we now have generated a template now And also normally the template, generate template, there will be a file which will be here, which will appear here as well. So after generating a template, what you do is now we want to adjust, change the settings for matching. So normally, since our items they are aligned very well, so the rotation angle I can actually put it on 20, because if I put it on, leave it on, if I put it on 360, sometimes the matching time can be long because it's trying to rotate so that it can try and match. So then the similarity, I'll first try on 75. Then after that I'll click match. So it's now matching. Depending on the size of the computer, bigger computers tend to match very fast, you know. So with those parameters, it has managed to match all the items. So you should check. This is how it has managed to match. If you check, okay. So now from here, now what I do is we want to click print so that it can save another PRN file which we're gonna be using for printing. Okay, so now the matching process is done. You can zoom out. Now it has managed to match all the items. Then also, if you didn't manage to match all the items, what you do is you come here onto the left side. You can actually reduce this similarity either from normally 70 to 80 there. Actually, if you didn't match all items, reduce the similarity. And also the rotation angle, if the orientation of your items, the way you place them, if they're a bit skew, that's the reason for the angle of rotation. But if the way they are, you can see the orientation is not that really different, so that's why my rotation angle is on 20. But if the placement of the orientation is too maybe by 180 degrees, meaning that now what happens is it will take a lot of time trying to match those items. So I would advise you to match your items, to place your items in a orientation which is pretty much the same. Okay, so now after that we go to the top, then we click print. If you click print, it's gonna save a PRN file. You see the file successfully generated. Okay, so now it will save. Okay, so now after the item has been saved, so on this computer, the folder for saving PRN files, it's in C drive. Got file in C drive. There is a folder by this name. That's where all the PRN files are being saved. So it can only save one PRN file. So meaning when you create another job, it will override the PRN which is already there. Okay, so now we wanna print the item. But before you print, if you go to setting, your X margin must be on 0, and also your Y margin must always be on 100. Okay, so there is our item, our PRN file which we need to print. So now we just go and click print, and once we click print, to start to do the initialization process. So there is our